Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kisha, just in case you're new here. I blog every day at kjaggers.com. The link to my blog is below. I would love it if you visited. So today I am back with a happy feet kind of video. Now I know so many of you guys are used to seeing me in these. Now I do love Nikes. I am a huge Nike girl, and I will probably continue to wear Nikes, but we are in spring and we are going into summer where we're wearing a lot of our high heels, a lot of our flats, a lot of our peep toes and platforms, all of it. We're breaking out the pretty shoes for spring, and I wanted to share some things that have helped me along the way. Now, these are really things that helped me when I started working with Scott like 12 years ago. We were working on the road, and I was having to wear high heels most of the day. So I had to figure out quick how to keep those shoes feeling comfortable, where I could be in them pretty much like 13 hours straight. And you know, the higher the heel, the shorter the skirt, the more cars you sell. And I needed my heels to be comfortable. And that's the truth. It might sound sexist. It's really the truth. And ladies like buying from ladies, and men like buying from ladies. So, you know, it's important to keep your feet healthy and keep your toenails clipped. That's a big tip that I want to share first. And, you know, there's lots of different things you can do. Now, for me, I have very narrow feet, so a lot of times my heels are slippery. They come off the back of the heel a lot and slip up and down. I have very small feet, so it's hard finding a really good fit that's not too tight, but is not too loose either. So, you know, it's a big deal trying to find the right you know, tips and different things to make it work for you. It takes a while. So one of the first things that I am going to tell you about, now this is a little bit different, and this is kind of like last resort, but a lot of girls use it as first resort, and it's really helpful, especially if you don't have the other stuff I'm about to share with you. Most of us have this in our house, and it is simply hairspray. Now, like with these heels of mine, they tend to slip on and off. My feet fit in them fine. They are a 6.5, and usually I should get a 6. Sometimes I try a 6.5. Now this is for bare feet, obviously, but you could do this with pantyhose, because I know girls who have done this. You just spray your feet with the hairspray and put your shoe on. Now you're not going to be able to flip your shoe on and off, but it will adhere to the sole. I promise it really will. It feels weird for just a second. It's tacky sometimes for about a minute, but then it really does hold your feet in your heels with very little effort. Now, I'm somebody who likes to fling them on and off like under the dinner table, and take them off sometimes in the car. So this trick didn't always work for me, but when I had something special going on, and that I realized they were sliding on and off my feet, even at a restaurant, I pulled out my little tiny to-go hairspray, sprayed my feet, and put them on. Now, some girls that I personally know have put on pantyhose and then sprayed their feet, and the pantyhose and their feet stuck to the sole. That works completely fine, but you're going to run a pair of pantyhose if you do that. Just keep that in mind. That's okay if it's an emergency, but when you try to get the pantyhose off, they will tear, and it doesn't really damage your soles. But a lot of times, if I have used any kind of hairspray on my feet to hold my heels on better, I take a baby wipe and wipe them out, you know, at the end of the night when I get done, and come home and you know, take my feet out of the shoes. And this is something you can do a couple times a day if you need to. So it is a tip that works really well. There's some other ones that work just as well without having to do this, but I think in a pinch or an emergency, these work well. Any kind of hairspray works, and this little tip is phenomenal. It really is. A lot of beauty contestants do this too, to keep their heels on when they're, you know, going out in front of the judges. So big tip, always remember you have hairspray for an emergency, just to keep those shoes from sliding on and off. They really does help. Now, these shoes here, again, would slip off of my feet, and these are a size 6. and they're a little bit of a platform, a little larger of a heel. And what I did with these was used a heel liner. Now these heel liners are really nice. This is what the package looks like. Now I had clear ones too. In mine I have clear, and these keep your heels from coming out of the shoe. So these give you a little bit snugger of a fit. They're very simple. All you do is take the sticky part off back here, and then you fit them. You don't have to cut them down usually, but you fit them in the back. And then when you go to put them on, your shoes will feel a little bit snugger, or your heels or your sandals, because sometimes, you know, you could definitely wear these with open toes or use them with a peep toe. But these will keep your heels from sliding on and off. And, you know, I've really been wanting to make this video since we have been making our trips to Louisiana, where I've been wearing, you know, more dressier clothes and my heels a little bit more. And these really help. I mean, they help prevent blisters too, because if your shoe is going on or your heel is going on and off of your heel, it will create a blister. So these really work well to snug those shoes on a little bit more, or those heels. Why do I keep saying shoes? Those heels a little bit more, and it keeps your foot from moving around within the shoe. So it gives you just a little snugger of a fit. It keeps your heel from just coming out, which happens to me a lot. I don't know how many of you guys this happens to, but these have been a lifesaver. You can find them usually at any store, Walmart, Walgreens, sometimes your grocery stores. They are super handy, and they have made a life-changing difference for me wearing heels, because they don't slip on and off looking like they're, like, you know, they're four sizes too big, when in fact they're not. They're just like 1/8 of an inch too big, and your heel is coming out of them. So again, girls, lifesaver. Now, another type of insole that I personally like for my shoes, or there I go again, my heels or my sandals. This is open toe too, or these like ball of the foot cushions. So these are really, really nice. I have them in these gray ones, and they're just down here, and they're very cushiony. And what they do is they take the weight of your body and they give it some cushion, because when you're wearing high heels, most of the weight of your body is going to be on this part of your foot. So these fit right down into your heels, and they really make it so much more comfortable to wear. Now, a lot of times I will have those and these all in the same shoe. So I've got comfort at the ball, especially on platforms like this. And then I have the heel liner in the back, and it makes a world of difference. You're not going to have the achy feet. Well, not near as fast anyway. Usually, the higher the heel, the harder it is to wear those shoes. The harder it is on your feet. But these work so nice, and they just slip right down into it. Now, most of the time, I really do prefer a more like natural material than gel, because gel can make your feet a little bit sweaty. So keep that in mind, even though I have and I still do use the gel. Sometimes with these, I have even switched them shoes or heels. I have just pulled that sticky off, and it was still sticky enough to put on another one, and then took rubbing alcohol to whatever shoe I took it out of, and that made the world a difference. So, you know, just being able to switch them around is really handy when you have a lot of heels. But really, they're a one shoe type of thing. You really should just use them in one pair, and then just buy more for the other ones, because that sticky residue will wear off. Now, and these are perfect for peep toes too. Very good. Now, for my peep toes here, you can see they got an ankle strap. I have a full liner in these. These heels were not very comfortable. And this full liner, like these, the Smiling Feet by Kiwi, the Ultra Slim Gel Insoles, these work really well to give you a more cushiony feel for the length of the heel. So it's not just on the ball, it's not just in the back, it's the full length of the heel. And these are really nice. I have found these work great in heels, in sandals. Yes, see? And I don't care. I would have gotten black, but I had a brown pair. These sandals used to hurt my feet a lot. They're getting a little bit old. Yeah, a little bit. But you can see that the insole still looks new. Gave me a ton of padding. It snugged my feet in these and these, where they weren't, you know, slipping off as easy. And it gave me some support in my summer shoes that I'm wearing in the spring and in the summer, and sometimes some of these shoes into the fall and winter. These make a world of difference. Now, another big help is, you know, real simple, flats. Who doesn't love a good pair of flats? I know I do. I know all of us, you know, love flats. And that's a big secret, ladies. Now, if you think, you know, the girls in the stilettos are wearing those 24/7, it's just not true. It's not happening. I know so many people who have worn flats to work and put on their heels once they got to the office. I have known so many girls who have wore their heels to dinner and come home in their flats. Flats make a world of difference. They are super handy, and all of us should have one, and at least one pair that we can toss in our bag and have to slide on when our heels do hurt our feet. So that's another really big tip. Always have some type of flats. I have found, though, with my flats, these really nice foot covers are so nice. Now, these actually work with these heels too, and in a minute I'll get up and kind of show you some examples actually on my feet. But when you're wearing ballet flats or any kind of flat with, you know, no socks, sometimes your feet can be sweaty and they'll slide. Again, hairspray works amazing for that fix, but works even better are these. So these just fit over your feet, and they just go over your heel or over your toes and over your heel, and they really do keep your flat from sliding around, and they feel a lot better on. And even with these, you can still wear, you know, little fitties like this, and they feel a lot better. Now, some of them are just for the toes that you can find, and I do have some of those, and that makes a world of difference to keep your toes from rubbing and getting blisters. So if you're somebody who does experience a lot of blisters in their shoes or their heels, this could be a lifesaver. And they also make these in swing back, and what I mean by this, they have this part that covers the toes and a piece of clear elastic that goes around the back, that hooks around the heel. I don't really have a sling back here, but that can work with a sling back shoe. So it would work with these, but you would see the band. But a sling back, you know, with maybe like this. Sorry, you know, with a strap. And they work great for that. They make your toes feel so much more comfortable. So those are my very quick and hopefully useful tips on some of the tricks and tips I use to make my heels and my sandals and my flats, my peep toes all feel better. And we are in spring. Who isn't breaking out the pretty shoes? And they just work amazingly. So I really hope these tips help you wear your heels and your sandals and, you know, make your feet happier. Because for me, it's always been hard to find shoes that really fit well with such small, thin feet. And these things that I've shown you have really made a difference in my life in wearing high heels and even flats. Sometimes, you know, a good insole in a pair of flats is a great idea. And you can make your sandals more comfortable, your peep toe shoes more comfortable. And I'm going to share the love with you guys. So one of you lucky ladies is going to win a Happy Feet package, which is, simply for me. And what it is going to include is the Kiwi Smiling Feet Ultra Slim Gel Insoles. So these are really nice. It's a slim design for like heels, and it gives you a 3/4 length open toe cut to assure perfect fit in any shoe. So you're going to win that. And then you're going to win one package of the heel liners. These are cuter than the ones I had. The ones I usually get are clear, but I found this really cute multi-package where you can put them in 3 different pairs of heels to make them fit better and make them stay on your foot a little bit better. Then you're going to win a ball of the foot cushions right here. This really helps, like I said, to support all the weight on the ball of your foot, which is what takes most of the weight when you're wearing high heels. These make it so much more comfortable to wear those platforms or, a really high pair of heels. They make it so much more comfortable. And last but not least, you're going to win one package, which is 2 pairs of the foot covers, which work great with so many different flats and closed toe shoes too. Now, if you want, you can always get on Amazon and find the slingback. I have a pair. I didn't dig them out for today, but what they are, they just cover the toes, and then they have a piece of like clear elastic that goes around the back, goes around your heel. So if you're wearing swingbacks, these work, essentially the same, except there's no back to them. Like, it's not a full little foot. It is just the toes, and then a sling back to go around the back of your heel. So those are wonderful, and I love those. But this is going to be a gift to one of you guys for sticking around and watching this video, watching all of my videos. I love giveaways, and I have a lot of them going on right now. I have one for the Inkwell Press Planner. I have one going on for the rotating shower rod. And now we have this one. This one's going to go on for 2 weeks. You have to hop over to my blog to get subscribed, and you have to be a subscriber on YouTube if you're not already. And there's lots of ways to get entered. Use the Rafflecopter system, which is super simple and easy. You do not have to have a Facebook account, but you do have to use your email. I've got to be able to contact you if you win. And these gifts are for one of you guys. So I hope this makes your feet a little happier as we move into, spring and summer, when we're all, getting pedicures and wearing more high heels and more sandals and more open toe shoes and even more flats. And something like these would work great in those flats, or even, I love these little booty socks, if you will, for flats. They make them so much more comfortable. And if you don't know that, you should just try some. But all the information will be on my blog. Just hop over there, get entered. It's open now. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know you're seeing me in Nikes a lot, but with court in Louisiana and spring here and the cruise coming up, I'm in heels too. I have more heels than I do Nikes, and it's just not practical for every day. But even something like this would work in your Nikes to make them feel a little bit better if your feet hurt a lot at the end of the day. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you get entered into the contest. And if you did enjoy it, please take a second and give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share your thoughts and your opinions below. I'd also love it if you shared this video with your girlfriends, your moms, anybody you think could benefit from seeing, a few tips on how to make their summer sandals, heels, and peep toe shoes a little more comfortable. And I will see you super soon with another video. Thanks again for watching. Head over to the blog and get entered. Bye-bye.